a great opportunity for you to come and get some information, understand who it is you're voting for, because right now, I will tell you, our voting rights, our democracy is under assault. And the best way you can exercise your voice is through your vote. So just make sure if you have questions, we'd like to invite you to come on out. We're here at Movement for Change, 1603 North Davis Highway at the intersection of Davis and Moreno. We're here and we want to say thank you to our sponsors. We have part of the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement. We'd like to thank Movement for Change, NAACP, the Democratic Women's Club, the Escambia Democratic Party, the Escambia Democratic Black Caucus, and courtesy of Grocery Advantage, we have a lot of hot dogs and hot dog buns and all these wonderful refreshments and condiments to come out. We also want to thank the Emerald Coast Equality LGBTQA Caucus and all of our partners that have made this event. Okaloosa Democratic Black Caucus, we thank everybody for coming out and thank you for their sponsorships. And we want to make sure that you engage in your civic duty and your civic responsibilities, learn the candidates, and exercise your vote. Today is the beginning of early voting. It goes from the 13th today until next Saturday, the 20th, culminating in the 23rd for the primary election. So come out to vote.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, come out to vote. We got free hot dogs, we got bonds, and we got it's courtesy of Grocery Advantage. Don't forget to patronize them. Ladies and gentlemen, today, get out and let's get some information about voting. I'm telling you, things have changed, and please come out to get this information and get you some refreshments and just fellowship, but get educated. Back to you, Blues Hound. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We are still live on your television right here at Movement for Change. And ladies and gentlemen, Movement for Change is located at 1603 North Davis Highway. 1603 North Davis Highway at the corner of Davis and Moreno. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Directly behind Chappie James Museum, the Chappie Aviational Flight Academy is located directly behind us. So you can't miss us. Come on down. Come on down. We have Mr. Fred Gant. We want him to say a few words. And come on over, Mr. Gant.
Hello, Pensacola. Good morning.
Tell him like that.
Hi. Good morning, Pensacola. How you doing? Come on down to the rally today. Got to vote. Information about voting, where to vote. It's early voting starts today. Vote early. Know where to go. We have a list of places to vote at. Early voting today till next Saturday, okay? Get the voting done when you're off work. You're not rushed. You're not stressed. Get time to vote, so do it today. Okay, so very important to vote. Voting is power. Voting is power. You want to exert your power in America, in Pensacola, in Escambia County. You want to be powerful. You want to have a voice of what goes on, then vote. Just that simple, okay? So this is Fred Gant with the Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement, NAACP, Movement for Change, Voters League, Democratic Women's Club, and other organizations, Okaloosa County, Black Caucus. So come on down, be with us, and come by, get a hot dog, hamburger, chips, and drinks. Say hello. We want to sit you down here because we want you to support us, because we support you, okay? So please vote. Tell your friends, neighbors, church members, co-workers. It's early voting. Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. Please spread the word. Pick up the phone, call somebody now. It's early voting today. We can vote on a Saturday where we're not working to get that done because it's important. And vote is our power, okay? We complain about we ain't got no power. We don't know what we can't influence anything. We can't change it. You can change things by voting, okay? Just like prayer, voting changes things. Okay, thank you.
God bless you. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have Pensacola's best attorney right here, Mr. Fred J. Gant.
Thank you, sir, very much.
And ladies and gentlemen, he is changing lives. He's changing destinies. He's making a future for people like you and me. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to find out more information about what I am talking about. And you can simply do that by doing one thing. That's dialing his telephone number. He's going to give you his address. He's going to give you the telephone number and his hours when his office is open, where you can come down and get educated and get the wonderful products and learn about the services that he can offer you.
Thank you, Troy. Number is 850-433-3230. Address is 322 West Cervantes Street. 322 West Cervantes Street in Pensacola, Florida. Come down and give me a call. Come down and see me about whatever legal needs are. I'm here to help you, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Troy.
All right.
Appreciate
You're welcome,
that.
sir. God
right.
bless
Okay,
you.
man.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, come on down. We are live right here at Movement for Change. And that's 1603.
No.
And we got Mr. Jared McIntosh, one of the founders and CEO of Movement for Change. How you doing, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing? Good morning. Oh. Go ahead, Jim. Hey, good morning. We're at 1603 North Davis Highway. Here with the Northwest Florida Coalition. So, so happy to be a part of this great group of people. We're out here trying to get people registered to vote, encouraging them to vote. This is one of the most important elections probably of our lifetime. I know you hear that all the time, but this is about the democracy, people. It's about holding on to it and making sure that we have this democracy for future generations. We believe that if we vote, we can save education in this country. If we vote, we can save this democracy. If we vote, we can make sure that we have Social Security for generations yet to come. If we vote, we can make sure that our lives on this planet can be safe because of climate change and all of the other issues that have to be addressed that goes along with climate change. So it's incumbent upon us to do what we need to do to make sure that we have a great climate. And it's about who's protecting who. If you're voting for somebody that's not protecting your interests, then that's on you. But we are concerned about the interests of all people in this country. And that means that we're going to have to vote for people that have the best interests of all Americans. And we got to make that decision, which way we're going to go, how we're going to get there, what we're going to do. So we are pushing hard to get out to vote, to get people to the poll. And this is an ongoing thing. We got this is going to be back to back. We got another one next weekend, same time, same place, same station, same characters. So on a serious note, come on out and be a part of something that's taking place that's great. We got food, we got hot dogs, hamburgers down here. We got some drinks, all of that. So come on by and grab something. Bring your whole family out and let's enjoy ourselves together. On that note, I'm gonna come back later and talk to you.
Hey, Pensacola, this is your man about town, Mr. Rodney Jones, man. We're coming at you live from down here at Movement for Change, 1603 North Davis Highway. We're on the corner of Marino and Davis Highway. Y'all know, right behind the Chaffee James Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, we got all types of individuals from all types of agencies, and their goal is to give you information. Ladies and gentlemen, if you come down here, you'll be able to get what you need to be an informed voter. And that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for people who just go in the booth. We're not looking for you to go in the booth because mama told you to go in the booth. We're not looking for you to vote for people because somebody told you to vote for people. We want you to vote for them because you know who you're voting for. And that's why we're down here today. This is a get out to vote rally. This is a get out to vote rally. Y'all do know today is the start of early voting. And there are many different places that you can go out today and cast your ballot. But before you go cast that ballot, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you swing by this place? We got some information. We got the different polling places. We got some voter educational information, different candidates. We even got some candidates that are out here, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to come out here. We want you to talk to them. They are shaking hands and kissing babies and eating good food. You come out here and kind of interject yourself in between that shaking hands and kissing babies so that you can learn who they are and what they're doing. Hey, again, man, this is Man About Town, Mr. Rodney Jones, coming at you live, man, from Movement for Change. Our organization is not just the only organization out here, but we got organizations from all around the city of Pensacola. So come out, get you some information, get educated, and be an informed voter. Hey, God bless you, and I love you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Go right ahead. Give the mic to me. Voting, sure where to stand in. There you go. Come on over. Right there. Perfect. Make sure you put the camera on. There you go.
Good morning. My name is Georgia Blackman. I am 81 years old. I was born in Pensacola, and I remember a time when African Americans couldn't vote. So I like exactly what they're doing out here. We need to vote, and we need to make sure that we take our children and our grandchildren that is old enough to get out to vote. We have to get out to vote. Again, I say I'm 81 years old. I remember times, and I can look at the times they're trying to go back. So please make sure that you get out to vote and get your young peoples out to vote. Movement for Change, them and other organizations put this together. And I think that we need it. And I'm so thankful that they did it. And so I just want to, again, my name is Georgia Blackman. I was born in Pensacola, Florida. I am 81 years old. I've always been active in the community. So please get out to vote. Thank you. I'm gonna eat a hot dog, so come to our Movement for Change. They got food and other information to pass out.
All right, y'all stay tuned. Come out and check us out. We're at 1603 North Davis Highway, Movement for Change. The address again, 1603 North Davis Highway, the corner of Davis and Marino, right behind the Chappie Jane building. Stay tuned.
Ready? Okay, some of us, we've been wondering where to go vote as we are entering the beginning. Today marks the beginning of early voting from the 13th through the 20th. I just want to share some of the options that you have to early vote here in Escambia County. For those who are close to the main library, you can do that between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. And that's at 239 Spring Street. For those in the north end of the county, in Molino, you can go to the Molino Community Center at 6450 Highway 95A. You can also, if you're in Century, you can go to the Billy G. Ward Courthouse between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's going to be the entire 7 days of early voting. You've got the Genealogy Library at the Pensacola State College. For those who are out in District 1 out by Perdido Key, you can go to the Southwest Branch Library located on Old Gulf Beach Highway. You can also vote at the Interstate Fairgrounds and the Escambia County Extension located at 3740 Stefani Road out in Cantonment. And certainly in town, you've got the Brownsville Community Center on DeSoto Street. That's 3200 West DeSoto. And all of those early voting locations are going to be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday to Saturday. If you want to vote at the Supervisor of Elections office, that's going to be 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So please take one of those options, take one of these days and express your voice through voting.
The lady that made up like a bandit in the radio proceedings is
You get on this side. And we are live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. I have deacon, elder, evangelist, spokesperson, all that. Brother Bill Snow, he's with us, so stand by. We also have Brother Derek, he's with us, so just stand by. And we also have behind the camera Mr. Derek McIntosh. Just stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by.
Right now, where we're having to get out to vote rally over there. And I hope folks to come on down, because if you want to find out what's going on at the vote, to find out about your right, that is, because a lot of things changed over the last year or two. And your precinct change, your voter registration card change, or you might they redistrict stuff. You just might need to go down and find out what's going on right now. All right, but I'll go over to Troy over there now to a Movement for Change.
At Movement for Change. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 1603 North Davis Highway. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Mr. Bill Snow. He is one of WBQP TV's own. He's with us today. Also, I have Mr. Derek. He's also WBQP2 as well. They both have shows, and they are always on giving you information. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Mr. Bill Snow.
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Bill Snow in the house down here at the Movement for Change building, 1603, actually, North Davis Highway. Come on out, get out the vote rally, brought to you by the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civil Engagement. Y'all, this is every election season, we say that this is the election of our lives. Yeah. This is actually the election of our lives. We must get registered to vote. If you know someone that is not registered, bring them on down. Don't send them, bring them. We got food, fun for everybody. We got some vendors set up. We got the president of Movement for Change, Brother Rodney Jones, the vice president, Brother Jerry McIntosh is in the house. Naturally, my co-friend, talk show, Our Voices host, Brother Derek Scott is in the house. So come on out and enjoy the festivities, as well as getting those that are not already registered to vote.
That's right. We're down here trying to educate you. We're down here trying to get you to understand the importance of voting. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have refreshments. We have free food, courtesy of Grocery Advantage. We don't want to forget about them. But ladies and gentlemen, come on down, because a lot has changed. Our lives depend on this voting. Listen, freedom, democracy, it is developed in a vote. It starts at the voting polls. And ladies and gentlemen, don't wait till next year to start complaining. You have the authority right now to make a difference, make a decision, make a change, get educated. That's why Movement for Change is in business today. I got Mr. Derek here today, and he wants to share some good things with you.
All right, good afternoon to everybody in our viewing audience. Just as they said, Brother Bill Snow said, we are here at Movement for Change, 1603 North Davis Highway at the intersection of Davis and Moreno Street. We are having free food and refreshments, and as they've already echoed, and I'll continue to echo, we are in the fight of our lives. Voting rights, your ability to express your voice through your vote is under assault. We are one election cycle, that's 2 election cycles away from slavery, and we know we don't want to go back to that.
Amen.
So the best way to do so and to make sure that we stay in a good place is to exercise your voice through your vote. We have a lot of opportunities to do so. You've got the vote by mail option. Early voting starts today. It runs all the way through next Saturday. That's today, the 13th through the 20th. There are locations all throughout Escambia County, all the way up towards the north end of the county in Century, down to the far end in Perdido Key. Express your voice and vote. If you have questions about who to vote for, if you have questions, you want to meet candidates, if you have questions about your ballot, come on out. We're here to help. We can answer any questions. If you don't know where to vote, we can get that taken care of for you. See me, I've got an iPad. I can pull it up right immediately for you and tell you where your precinct is and how to exercise your voice to vote. It's critical, and I cannot express that enough. So come on out, join us. We're at 1603 North Davis Highway, the Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement. We welcome you and thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, WBQP TV 12.1 and also 53.4. Ladies and gentlemen, also on your Amazon Fire Stick, also on your Roku TV. Just simply punch in WBQP space TV, and you can pick us up anywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now at Movement for Change. And Brother Bill got some very important information. And also, Brother McIntosh. Come. Okay, all right. Well, Bruce, I'm back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still live on the television, WBQP 12.1 and 53.4. Back to you, Bruce.
Will do. Thank you, man.
Go ahead, talk. We live on TV.
Oh, we see. Okay. Hey, so, like he said, like Dave alluded to, we're here at 1600 block of North Davis Highway, Pensacola's Movement for Change. The president, Brother Rodney Jones, vice president, Brother Jerry McIntosh is here. We even got Brian Wire in the house today. Gulf Coast African American Chamber of Commerce, Derek Scott, co-host of Our Voices and Community Conversation. He's even on Let's Vote right here on WBQP 53.4 and 12.1. So come on out. Let's get registered. We are in the election cycle of our lives, folks. Like Brother Troy said, we're 1 to 2 elections away from slavery. Yes, indeed. So we can't underestimate the importance. The right, the conservative right wants to discourage you, want to disenfranchise you, and do not want you to come out and vote. But we are out here to let you know that you cannot get disenfranchised. We have to do it on the backs of our ancestors that took on the water hoses. Bull Connor up in Birmingham, Alabama. George Wallace. But all of the folk that have died on the good side, on the right side of history. Which side will you be on? Are you going to lay down and not exercise the right that our ancestors died for?
Yes,
or are you going to get out if for no other reason than for what they stood for?
Okay.
Yes, the struggle continues. The good fight continues. And good trouble. I want to get in. So come on out, 1600 block of North Davis Highway. We are here. Refreshments. We have vendors set up. But I cannot stress enough that this is the election season of our lives.
Next one is in 5 minutes.
And that is exactly right. We hear that every time. This is the election of our lives, and this really is. You know, so many rights are trying to be taken away, and these folks are not going to stop. You know, don't fall into that. Oh, they won't go that far. They won't do that because they will. They've told us they will. So believe them. And so, what can you do? You can vote. Being angry and upset is great as long as there's some follow through with action. So please come out and vote. And let's stop this stuff that's going on. This is crazy for all of us.
Absolutely. Brother Jerry?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sorry. So you can hear me. I can't echo it enough. As Brother Jeff said and Brother Bill said, we are in the fight of our lives. Come on out, exercise your voice through your vote. We have information for you. We have a list of all of the early voting locations for those in our area. You can vote at the main downtown library at Spring Street. You can vote at the Genealogy Branch Library on 9th Avenue, which is at Pensacola State College. You can go to the Pensacola Interstate Fairgrounds, and you can go to Brownsville Community Center. Those centers are going to be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the next 7 days. Those of you on the north end of the county, you can go to the Molino Community Center on Highway 95A, or in Century, if you're tuning in from our neighbors to the north, you can go to the Billy G. Ward Courthouse. There are many options and opportunities. Take your ballot. If you have questions about the ballot, if you have questions about the candidates, this is your time to get those answered. We're here 11 to 3, and we'd like to see you out, engage, exercise your civic responsibility through your voice and vote. Yep, we are at 1603 North Davis Highway, again at the intersection of Davis Highway and Moreno Street. We have, I want to thank some of our sponsors, Grocery Advantage for donating hot dogs and hamburger buns, and hot dog buns for this great evening. We've got several of our members from the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement who have dedicated their time, resources, and opportunity to come out to make sure that you express your voice. The Emerald Coast LGBTQA Democratic Caucus, the Escambia County Democratic Black Caucus, the Escambia Democratic Party, the Escambia Democratic Women's Club, Movement for Change, NAACP, Okaloosa Democratic Black Caucus. The list goes on. They're out here. Everybody's out here. Our special thanks to Georgia and Johnny Blackman for all the work that they do, and everybody here. They're part of the coalition. They want to make sure that you express your vote and answer any questions because we are in the fight of our lives. So come on out. We're at 1603 North Davis Highway at the corner of Davis and Moreno Street, and we'd love to see you there.
Well, Derek, I'm glad you mentioned the coalition because a coalition is what it's going to take to stop this craziness. We've got to come together. We've got to go forward with pro-democracy, pro-choice, pro-rights, pro-voting rights, pro-everything that means so much to all of us. So this coalition is very, very important, and we invite you to come down and talk to us, find out a little bit more, and make sure you got where to vote.
Yeah, we want to thank the Coalition for Civic Engagement for putting this on. A lot of times we just do a good talk, but when it's time for action, nobody shows. Don't let the clouds fool you. This overcast is keeping us a little bit cooler, and we have refreshment. Bring the kids. We can't teach them early enough how the importance of actually exercising your right to vote. As a 17-year-old high schooler, some 40-plus years ago, I remember the women for the League of Women Voters coming to the high school, and I registered to vote way back then. And I have not missed a voting cycle in all of those 40-plus years. I always understood from the little bit of history that they did teach us in school the importance of voting. So we must rock the vote. Y'all, the black voting bloc is monolithic almost in this department, voting. Most of us vote the same way, Democratic. We must continue to be monolithic, have them court our vote, so when they court our vote, they'll know what the issues of our communities are and act on them. But we can't just be a loyal voting bloc. We have to vote for change. Change is coming. The local voting election cycle and the state, and naturally, every 4 years nationally. But our vote is we save the country on more times than one. So we must continue to let them know that our voice will be heard. We will not lay down. We can't keep silent. Silence is consent. So I'm a proud registered voter, and I exercise my right every 2-4 years. And we must all do that. If we want to see the change, we have to be the change, and we have to continue voting.
That's right. You can't say it any better than that. So this is not the year, folks. This is not the year to sit out. This is not the year to protest, vote for a non-viable candidate. This is your chance to get out and make your voice heard. And if you don't, we're all in trouble. So we're all counting on you. And without you, we lose.
Yes, we are, like I said, we are under assault. Please, please, please come out and exercise your voice through your vote. I can't express it enough. I echo our brother Jeff and brother Bill's sentiments exactly. This is the best time to affect change. Many of you are wondering, why should I get off my couch and come out and go vote? Well, I'll tell you, some people are wondering how to fix the holes in their roof. Some people are wondering how to fix the windows that may have been damaged in the storm. So I know I drive around Pensacola and I see a lot of blue tarps. You're wondering, why is the insurance not covering it? Well, this is the things that you need to make sure that you express your vote through. Those entities, you think you pay your premiums, they're regulated by the CFOs. They're regulated by the Attorney General. You need to make sure that you're putting into position those that you want to see so that you can fix a hole in your roof. Our current governor, Governor Ron DeSantis, is sitting on a surplus of your money. We talk about Build Back Better. That money is sitting and ready available for you so that you can fix your hole, so that you can fix your windows, so you can take the blue tarp off of your roof. But you're not going to get it unless you vote. and you need to know who you're voting for so that you can get rid of the blue tarps, close the hole in your roof, and make sure that we build a better America back and exercise your right to vote. And I can't express that enough. If you want to see the change, be the change. Exercise your voice through your vote.
All righty. Okay. All right. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Troy Mims with WBQP 12.1 and 12.8, and also 53.4 on your TV dial. And we also thank Choice 106.9, Mr. Robert Hill. Don't forget about to listen to him Monday through Friday on your Wake Up Morning Drive. He comes on, ladies and gentlemen, from 6 to 9 with explosive amount of information. You got to check Hill out in the morning time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live right now at Movement for Change. And come on up a little bit. We are here live at Movement for Change at 1603 North Davis Highway. And I have a well-known pastor here with me, and he would like to speak to you directly, Pensacola.
Yes, hello, Pensacola. My name is Al Riley, and I just would like to admonish the African-American voting bloc to recognize the seriousness of the time. We are one of the most important voting blocs in the United States of America, and if it were not so, we would not be fought. There's a reason why people are fighting to have us denied the opportunity to vote. And historically, if you look at who the African American community vote for, you will see that the most candidates or the best candidates for offices a lot of times are elected because of the African American vote. So I've been a registered voter since 1973. I don't believe in missing the local vote, the national vote, the regional votes, the district that I'm in, I always vote. So I would admonish you, and especially our young people. I have grandkids, kids and grandkids, and great-grandkids. And I try to get them to register to vote as soon as they reach the age whereby they can be registered voters because we need it. So God bless you. Let's make it to the polls and vote. If you choose to vote early or write-in vote, whatever the case is. The main thing is make sure you vote.
Make sure you vote, and also tell them your church name and the address of the church.
But currently, I pastor church in Ponce de Leon, Florida, St. John AME Church, and also a church in the Funiac Springs, New Bethel, Argyle AME Church in the Funiac Springs.
All right, God bless you. We thank you so much, Pastor. We want you to keep up the good work. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down here educating you and inviting you to come out to vote. Listen, if you don't have a voter's registration card, you need to be down here. We got ladies that are signing people up. They are updating the phone numbers, the addresses. You might have made a move. You might have made a change. Ladies and gentlemen, come on down. We're at 1603 North Davis Highway. And we want to thank you, Blues Hound. Back to you.
Jacob Pickard, ticket from Papa John Dooley. Happy birthday to Jacob Pickett. Okay, to Jacob Pickett from Papa John Dooley. Y'all, we know we're broadcasting live now. We're broadcasting live down at Movement for Change. Okay? We're broadcasting live at Movement for Change. And I got Troy on. They kind of got disrupted a little bit for the rain over there. So we're doing the radio cast right now. Let me see. Troy, are you there, Mr. Troy?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Tell me the rain kind of touched you for a little bit, huh?
Yes, sir. The rain came through, and just all it did, ladies and gentlemen, is just cooled us off.
Yes, sir.
It was no lightning. It was no thundering. We thank God. All it did was just simply come through and give us a little coolness. But ladies and gentlemen, it stopped raining. And, you know, the people are coming out. We have Mr. Ellison Bennett. He's out. We have Brother Larry Williams. He just pulled up from ECUA District 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an honor here. I have a young gentleman with me, the used to be the president of the NAACP. And I might be talking a little country, so please forgive me. I'm from Alabama.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Vernon? This is Mr. Rodney Jones. Hey, man, all is well. We're having an ounce. No, I'm not from Alabama, sir. You can talk Troy to me. I understand all of it. Hey, thank you, Mr. Vernon, man. I really appreciate the coverage down here, man. Troy is doing a wonderful job as always, man.
Thank you.
We are having a blast down here at 1603 North Davis Highway. This is the headquarters for Movement for Change, where I am the president, and Mr. Jerry McIntosh is our vice president. We have individuals from all around the city who have made their way down here. Yeah, Troy said we did have a little rain, and all the rain did, as he said, was cool things off. We moved from outside to inside. Now we're making our way back outside. So I want to say to individuals out there, man, if you want some good information, if you want to be an informed voter, this is the place to be. This is the place to be, 1603 North Davis Highway. We got people from different agencies down here, different organizations, different ways of life, man. They're all making their way down here to Movement for Change so that they can be an informed voter when they go into the booth. And as we all know, today is the start of early voting, ladies and gentlemen. If you want some information about different candidates, come on down. If you want to register to vote, hey, come on down. Hey, we even got some swag gear down here from Black Voters Matter. Come on down. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the kicker. It's all free. And we got free food, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get a snack, get something to eat, you want to get some information, and you want to get, can I speak Ebonics a little bit? You want some education on who to vote for and to be very informed and educated when you go into the booth, come down to Movement for Change. Again, we're at 1603 North Davis Highway, man. This is the headquarters for Movement for Change.
God bless you, Brother Rodney. Thank you so much. Blueshound, we do have another distinguished gentleman here, and I really want him to say something. If he can say something briefly here, we have about 2 minutes and 1 minute.
Okay, well, 1 minute. What people need to know, as Rodney said, please come on down, get some great information and some free food. Some voting places have changed, so come on down and get the right information and make your voice count. Please come on. It's going to take all of us, because without you, we lose. Come on down, go vote. We need you. We need your vote. We need you to vote for pro-democracy, pro-rights, pro-everything that the democratic values stand for. So come on down, and Movement for Change, thank you. Rodney, Jerry, thank you so much for hosting everybody today. And the rain has stopped, so if you're where it's raining, come on down. We got sunshine and free food.
Yes, sir. We got sunshine and free food. Those things go together. Tell everybody your name. I apologize.
That's okay. I'm Jeff Nall. I'm with Emerald Coast Equality, and we're part of the Panhandle Coalition. And I'm proud to be a part of this group. And so many different folks are coming together because all of our rights are under attack. We got to keep each other's back. We need to come together. This is not time to divide. We need all marginalized populations that are under attack need to stick together, and that's how we make change.
Amen. I absolutely agree. Yeah, yes, sir. I want him to tell everybody why is it so important to band together.
Okay, that's a very, very easy one, but it's a very great question. Because when we have numbers, we have power, and we have strength, and we don't need to get into who's had bigger issues or whatever. We all know that we're under attack, and
Yes.
so we need to keep each other's back. Whether that's the LGBTQ community, the African American community, disabled community, women, we could go on and on and on. But we got to come together and we got to hold each other's back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So come on down. We got free food. We got good information. The sky's cleared up. So we look forward to seeing you and getting you the information you need to go early vote and know where to go vote. And if you need information on candidates, we can help you out there as well.
Thank you so much. And we'll be back in 15 minutes.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Dr. Edler, how you doing? I got it down pat. I've been rehearsing. It took me long enough, but I'm in there. Dr. Edler. Doing good. Yes. Well, we gonna interview you here in just a second. We're going on the radio in about right after this song. You need to be there, amen. Bring her that chair, honey, and she. Oh, walk around. When you get ready, we'll have it right here for you. Bring it and sit it.
TUA, he has some very important information he'd like to share to the listeners here of Choice 106.9. So welcome, Brother Williams, and congratulations. He's a newlywed.
That's so true, and thank you. I'd like to say hello to my bride, Deborah. And this is about getting out the vote. And we was crunching some of the dates in the timeline, and we realized back in 1954, the Brown versus Board of Education was enacted. And in Pensacola,
I wasn't for sure why, but I understand that we used to have a high school in my community, Wedgwood High School, and it closed in 1969. That's when schools here were integrated, and they were at large voting here in Pensacola up until 1981. I graduated high school in 1983, and I can remember my daddy talking about that all the time until that case went to the Supreme Court and changed in favor of districts representation. So here we are some 50 years later with not only African Americans representing districts in Escambia County, but also having the ability to influence outcomes in other districts. In this race, in District 2, there will be candidates that are courting your vote, and they who get the most of your votes will win in that race. So this is important not only for District 3, but also District 2 in Escambia County. And we also have members with women, and we have people of color who are not only running for county offices, but state offices. And so if you see how we're moving in a progressive way. Honestly, you don't get it all done in the timeline you want, but if you continue with putting your demands on the table and voting for those who will be progressive in meeting your demands, then we'll see how policies and changes come into effect. What I would hope you would do too, in addition to today, is have some real plan for souls to the polls on tomorrow. And let's vote like voting really matters, because the truth of the matter is it does. And those who have paid the price for us to have this opportunity are still paying the price for us to have this opportunity. God bless you. Always a pleasure to speak to District 3. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Representative of ECUA District 3, Mr. Larry Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the president of the Movement for Change. This is the vice president for Movement of Change. Also, he is one of our stars on WBQP Channel 12. Yes.
It's called a star. I done graduated and got promoted.
We love you, Jerry. We love Jerry.
Just again, we want to thank all of the organizations that's with the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement. We want to make sure that people get out and vote. It is your only chance of a peaceful democracy. Education, if you believe in education, you have to vote. If you believe in the elderly, making sure they have Social Security, you have to vote. Medicare and Medicaid, you have to vote. Poverty is another issue that affects all of our communities. We need to end, make sure that there's the government continue child tax credit, end homelessness, the high cost of rent and mortgages. Food is out of control many times. Then climate change. If you believe in climate change, if you believe it must change, then we must vote. We have to do whatever it takes to protect our grandparents. Drug costs. As you people that vote and the people that represent you have to do what you ask of them. Public housing is badly needed in the community. Early childhood education, student loans and debt is wrecking our community, especially for those who are coming out of school. And prison reform. If you believe in prison reform, you must vote. One thing we must end is the filibuster. And that means that you're going to have to vote 2 more senators into power. If you believe in disability rights, you have to vote. If you believe in voting rights, you have to vote. I believe that we must end the electoral college. We have to make sure that we have a Supreme Court that is for the betterment of the whole nation, instead of trying to overturn everything that took place in the 20th century. Then we have to make sure that who we vote for, make sure they are fighting for clean air, clean water, end environmental racism, global warming, and end corporate greed as well. As you know, the teacher shortage all over this country because we're not paying teachers enough. Then there's a case coming down called Moore versus Hopper that could give the power to state legislators rather than check with the state Supreme Courts. We must end this now. We want to continue to encourage people to get out and vote. And next week we'll be doing the same thing right here, same time, same station. We'll see you then.
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much for that information, Brother McIntosh. Back to you, Vern.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm going to speak again and then we get the deal.
Okay. Okay. We'll do it in about 10 minutes.
And get your right. Information about Northwest Florida and voting. Get out there and vote. I've been down. The Carter family has to get a good time. Right. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. It's been around to
We got about 10 minutes and then.
10 minutes about Jill and in bed, Jill. You spoke already?
No, I haven't spoken.
She gonna speak.
She and Jill speak.
Uh-huh.
The time after you last heard, the time after you.
Okay. Okay.
And Jill speak and live.
Okay. We got about 10 minutes before we go on. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, just hold down. We are still live, but just hold down. We're coming back to the radio side. We went back to the radio side, but we're coming back to the TV side in just a second.
I brought it up at one meeting because I want to make sure we're all on board, and a lot of the organizations said they could get in trouble, and they could get loose their stats. It's like the Dream Defenders and Black River and Movement for Change and NAACP. All those try to be non-partisan, even though we hope we know which side they're on. But to get their stats, so we had said at that time.
That's a good idea.
That this is about giving the vote out and education.
Yes, just the people. It ain't about pushing on one or two candidates.
Or one or two parties.
One or two parties.
But they're going to show up and change They had the opportunity.
They had the opportunity. It was granted.
Just
Whether
like
you use it or not, it's up to you.
just like we're trying to put out campaign literature for all candidates. But if some candidate doesn't give us their literature, we can't help that.
We can't help it.
I asked and asked.
That's right. Okay. That's okay, everybody. That's fine. That's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here at Movement for Change, and we thank y'all so much. We are live at Movement for Change right here in Pensacola, Florida. Now, 1603 North Davis Highway. And she's getting shots of all of the people and the participants. Now, you have a various amount of groups out here today. And I'm going to let this wonderful young lady that's sitting right beside me, she's just going to do a narration while she is getting some pictures of the scene of the location where we at, and then she's going to come back and talk to you live on the radio.
You'll notice that people look a little wet, so know that we had a big crowd earlier. Right now, the crowd's a little low because it did pour down rain earlier, and but we're happy for the people who've come out. Our coalition is to support voting rights, and I hope some of you remember back in September we had a parade for voting rights and to try to get people to try to vote for more voting rights instead of voter suppression. So that's what I would like to talk to you today about, how important a vote is. And we've had candidates here in the last race who won their election by 2 votes. So your vote does count. It's very important. Somebody told me a story once about the vote to go to Iran and fight, and to Iraq and fight, and that was passed by 1 vote. And someone said that young lady who's over in the corner at Arlington Cemetery every day to see her husband's grave, to her that 1 vote mattered, and so it can make a big difference. Don't think your vote doesn't count. And we need to fight back against voter suppression. Right here in the United States, across the country, there are laws being passed to make it harder for people to vote. They've made it harder. They said that this last election was one of the best turnouts ever, but for some reason, they felt like they needed to change the laws after that. even though there was no problem that needed to be solved. And a lot of that took place right here in Florida. They've made it harder to vote by mail. They've made it harder to get people out to vote. So please make sure we fight against that. We need to have every voter and every vote count. Right here in Pensacola, right now, today is the beginning of early voting. People who have been voting for a couple weeks now by vote by mail, those votes really count and make a difference. So please make sure you get out and vote. Early voting is going on from today, August the 13th to August the 20th. And then the election day itself is August the 23rd. Take one of those days. The early voting places are open from 7 to 7 downtown. At the supervisor of elections, they're open from 8 to 5. There are drop boxes for your vote by mail ballots that you can drop your ballots in instead of putting in the mail. So please make sure you get out and vote. Every vote counts. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't pay attention to the primaries, but the primaries are important here for our local election particularly, okay? There are many candidates who are will be elected in this primary. All these races need 50% plus one vote, and the election will be over. They don't go to the general election. So please, this primary is very important. We have 7 candidates who are running in nonpartisan races for our local city council, for our school board. Please, those are things that really matter to us here. And so we need to get the vote out. So please, please, please vote, get your friends to vote, tell everybody to vote. That's the most important thing. We must get out the vote. If people don't vote, it doesn't matter what they believe because they don't get to express themselves. So please don't vent about what's wrong. Get out and vote people out of office that aren't doing what you think they should be doing. Vote people into office who are supporting your ideas and the ideas of the people and what the people need. Thank you so much. Okay, ready?
Are they going to be able to hear me through my mask?
I want her to say that when she said it again, a shorter summary, and then we'll give it to you.
Okay.
Give me, I'm finna connect with Vernon.
I didn't know how much time I had. Shorter version. Gotcha.
Can I have something to drink?
Oh, I like that breeze.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to connect to the radio side, and we will be right with you. Stand by, please. Show them some of the sites. No, run the camera. We don't have.
Would you guys rather have my mask on? Or we okay? Okay, I figure it can hear better. Okay.
I have had the shot.
I have had 4 of them.
Haven't got ready.
All right, I'm okay.
I got her neck.
She got to come over there. She got to come over there.
I don't want that trash can to be in the back.
Can she sit right here? You'll take.
Yeah. Can you switch sides with me? Can you switch sides?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Turn it great.
I don't think it makes any difference for the radio.
I know, right?
Perfect. That is perfect.
Oh, I'm at the table with Jim.
I'm at the table with Lil.
Whoa, I feel good.
Man, this is wonderful. I got my mic on, so you can just talk.
All right, you tell me when. I don't want to be like my husband, just talking and talking.
I understand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just stand by. We are live right now, but just stand by. We're connecting to the Blues Hound at Choice 106.9 and AM 980 WRNE on your radio now. But if you're watching us by television, it's WBQP TV 12 and WPAN channel 53.4 in Mobile and Destin and Fort Walton Beach, Grove Hill, Alabama, Evergreen, Alabama, Admiral, Alabama. I want to say hello to all the Porch Creek Indians. They're having a softball tournament today. Hello, everybody. We'll be out there with you next year. So we are in Pensacola, Florida today, right over at 1603 North Davis Highway. That is the building where everything changes. Movement for change. We're fighting for justice, and we're fighting for your rights. So just stand by, please.
And you're going to poke me or something when you're ready for me to shut up, right? You get permission to poke today.
Thank you, man. As soon as he gets through throwing down, jamming, he's going to bring us on.
She's gonna go.
No, please bring me in.
Okay. I got you.
She's gonna make me look bad, I know.
Yeah, me and you had took a few pictures when I was with David. I was
Okay.
David,
Oh, yeah.
Alexander.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I love David. I wish he wish he won. I really do.
He's got a new show that's going to be starting on WBQP.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you take one of these.
Oh, I got one in my pocket.
So he's going to be on the 12.8 and the
Okay.
12.8.
All right. I don't know. Let's get him.
I know the young
Talk to him and ask him about the children. So we had to get permission. She wanted to know, can your kids stand and hold the signs up and maybe have something positive to say that will ignite people their age to come out and vote?
If they want.
And then I'll let you talk next.
Okay, great.
He's a candidate.
Yeah.
He's a candidate. Yeah. Oh, no candidate. But y'all come on in and talk for Daddy. Y'all can talk for Daddy and talk.
This is my daughter Brianna, and this is my daughter Kendra.
Okay, stand right here if you will.
Okay, grandmother.
One stand on this side and one stand right there. So since Daddy can't talk, but y'all can talk.
What I'm going to say, I'm going to let her talk, and then I think what I will do is I'm going to get them hyped up a little bit, and I'm going to say, this is my young people come out, and you guys can give them one review.
Troy, get the signs held up in the back. We're going to go live. Thank you, honey. It's perfect.
My daughter Brianna, she's a junior at UCF Orlando now. And my daughter, my daughter Kendra, she's a senior in Pensacola Catholic, so we got high school and college. Can you guys talk? Can you guys talk okay?
There's one reason why people should get out to vote.
And not to elect your dad. Yeah. We can't do that. He's been a teacher, I think.
So I'll say something like it takes all of us, especially the millennials and Gen X, who have guests here. So like to share with you why you need to. That right here? Getting involved.
No, he's perfect. He's perfect.
And then you can say why you
Perfect right there. Okay, boss.
Florida went all the way to Louisiana. Will started.
You can take pictures of me too.
That was, I guess, but I promise, the comment that I had is this thing, man. I hope I will bring that. I hope that be coming up in just a few minutes here. This thing, man, here. But I think we might want to go back out to
Wave everybody.
The change, okay? Well, you got Troy out there. Troy, go ahead if you will. If you got somebody here. Right?
Yes, sir, indeed. Hello, Pensacola. Hello, all the listeners of Choice 106.9 WRNE. Hello to all of the AM 980.
Put it up, that speaker. Turn that up.
Okay, tell Jerry to cut his radio down, if you will.
He said cut it down.
Yeah, because we get feedback from the speakers.
Whatever can go wrong will.
Yeah, go ahead and cut the volume down. Okay, great. Did that sound better, boss? Okay, great. Once again, hello, Pensacola. I am Troy Mims with WBQP, and we want to thank all of the listeners on Choice 106.9 WRNE. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now here at the Get Out to Vote rally. Get Out to Vote rally. That means come on out and get educated. Listen to me. If you don't hear anything else that I'm about to tell you, you need to get educated this particular season about voting. The reason why is simply because the laws and the regulations and things have changed. Basically, they have changed overnight. And I'm telling you, you need to come out and get educated because we want you to make a difference in this community and this state. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here live with the president of the Democratic
Party.
Party.
Hey, I'm Lil Eubanks, and I am here to talk about voting. That's what we're here for today, to get the vote out. Now, some of you might say, but it's not until November. No, this is the most important part here for us locally. This is the primary, where you get to choose your city council people, your school board members, your ECUA people, some of your county commissioners might be in a primary race. We need you to get out and vote now. Early voting is going on now. It started today. That's why we're here today. From August the 13th to August the 20th is early voting. On August the 23rd, you can go to your regular election polling place and vote from 7 to 7. Early voting is mostly from 7 to 7. There are 10 places in Escambia County. Go to the SOE's office online, escambiavotes.com, or call Escambia Vote, the supervisor of election, at 525-3900, and they can tell you where the early voting places are. We have that information here if you come by. A vote counts. Every vote counts. In the last election, we had a candidate who won by 2 votes. Don't tell her every vote doesn't count. So we need you to vote. It's the local issues and the local candidates who are being elected right now in this next 10 days. Please get out and vote. Get your friends out to vote. Let them know how important this is. This is the base of your rights here. Everybody has the right to vote. Please get out and vote. Exercise that right. Don't let people who are working for voter suppression, for trying to keep people from voting, to win. We have to fight against them. They're trying to keep people from voting. We need to make sure that everybody who can vote will vote. So please get out and vote. Get your friends. Tell everybody now's the time. August 13th to August 20th is early voting in 10 places. Early voting places, you can vote at any of them. Someplace close to your work. You don't have to go from 7 to 7. You can go during your lunch hour. You don't have to leave it until the 23rd and be in a long line of people who are waiting to vote. But let's make sure those lines are long. Let's get people out to vote, please. It's very, 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 very important. Okay, thank you so much, and get out to vote. Yay!
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there from the source. She is our national
Democratic Party, Escambia County Democratic Party.
and you heard it from her live. I wanted her to tell her position because, usually my boss deals with the elections, and of course, that's what he does best. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another young lady here. She has some very important information. And how are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. I am Jill Lewis. I am from Okaloosa County, but I am partnering with everybody here. It goes from Escambia County all the way to Bay County. And we want to tell you this, that it is so very important. I told them I was going to bring some energy. The first thing I want you to know is that we have two wonderful young ladies behind us. One goes to school here in Pensacola, one goes to UCF, and they're going to talk to the millennials and Gen X and help share with you why is it important that you too get engaged. Your grandparents, your parents, all of us have been in this fight forever, but we need you to join us. So I'm going to let them share, just each of you share your name and one thing that you can tell your fellow people that are voting your age, why do they need to come out and join us?
My name is Brianna, and your vote can make a difference. So come out and vote.
My name is Kendra, and we get to decide our future, which is something really powerful. We get to decide who represents our votes and who has our voice for us. So come out and vote, guys.
Thank y'all so much. That was beautifully said. And of course, my son is holding up a real message. And ladies and gentlemen, what that message says.
It's about us.
It's about us.
Black Voting Matter. So this is what you need to know. I know you're comfortable at home. I know some of us are sitting at home kind of watching the news, listening to the radio. But starting today, all the way till the 20th, I need you to get up off of your couches, walk out of your doors, and go to a polling place. Bring your friends, your families, Gen X, millennials, everybody. Go vote, vote, vote. Your vote is your voice. It gives you the opportunity to make change, be the change, have the change, and it doesn't happen unless you go vote. So join us, vote, vote, vote.
Vote, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Vern. We'll see you in 15 minutes with more information and an exciting piece of more information coming from you live right here at State Movement for Change. That's 1603 North Davis Highway. Back to you, Vern.
All right, good job, guys.
Great job, son. Great job.
Good. That's great. Great, great, great.
Now just tell your friends. We will. Everybody that's 18 or older and register to vote.
That is super. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. God bless you. We'll see you soon. So good to see you again. Good to see you. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Take care. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This is a good afternoon. This is Fred Gant with the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement, and with the Get Up to Vote rally and the Move for Change building on 1603 North Davis Highway on this Saturday afternoon. Having a great time. Purpose is to get people engaged, excited about voting in this primary election. The day, 13th of August, is first day of early voting, and it goes to August 20th, which is next Saturday, for early voting. You can vote on Saturday, Sunday, also the 14th is voting time on Sunday also. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to next Saturday, you can vote, early voting at specific places around town. You can vote at the office downtown. You can vote at the library on Baylor Street. Vote at the genealogy place on 9th Avenue near PJC. You can vote in various places around town. We get the list for you. Call my office at 850-433-3230 and get the office a list of voting for early voting. You can Google, Facebook, the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement, and get that email, Facebook address there, and they can tell you where early voting centers are. So There's no reason not to vote early this year. Vote your choice, but please vote. Voting is power. And this
It's power.
power. And this hour we're taking, people came out today to give their ideas on voting, to tell you why it's important to vote. Voting affects every part of our life but through voting, we elect our elected officials.
Yes.
Those officials that dictate where our money goes, dictate our children's education, criminal justice system, why so many Black Americans are in prison when they shouldn't be there, and justice in terms of healthcare, the prison system, in terms of government aid, unemployment compensation, training, educational scholarships, all are influenced by voting, because voting decides who get elected to office. It's the politicians, the elected officials that are elected by voting that decides what happens to your family future, your future. So if you want to help dictate your future, control your future, create your future, then you do that by voting. It makes sense to vote. Voting matters. Voting matters, okay? And now, particularly with the people trying to stop us from voting, voter suppression laws been created by the state of Florida in Tallahassee. People elected to Tallahassee. They passed laws to restrict and inhibit and suppress the vote. They can't stop the vote. They make it more difficult to vote. So less people vote. For those in power in Florida, the Republicans, and how they see it. The less people that vote in Florida, the better chance the Republicans has to stay in power. They want to stay in power because they want to power over the Black people, Hispanics, the minorities, the marginalized people, the LGBT rights, gender equality, abortion. The power in Tallahassee, Republicans in Tallahassee now, this is a fact, want to restrict our voting so they can maintain what they want. How they want to control those things I just mentioned. Their values imposed upon us. Even though we might be the majority, you might be the majority, whether you're a woman, Black, Hispanic, some other minority, and combined, we are the majority. For those who are the minority, and we become more so because the time goes on, because demographics is the one's fault, nothing wrong. It's how America is progressing in a certain way. And they want to stop that progression in terms of those people who will be in power in terms of the majority of the people in that state. They combine together. Then they being the Republican Party, they want to oppose their will over the majority of the people in Florida. And it's not a Black or white thing. It's not a man and woman thing. It's a numbers, reality. It's what's going on. Now the problem is, if the minority impose their will on the majority, it's going to adversely affect the majority. That means bad for our people, our communities. We want to be treated fairly, have less chances to obtain certain situations that we need to improve ourselves and our children, grandchildren. That's what voting does. Voting controls our lives. So, no, we need not be. We can protest. We can talk about things that done to us. Talk about the George Floyd laws, the laws that passed last year to in essence criminalize protesting in Florida. The legislature Tallahassee, run by the Republicans, has severely restricted people's ability to protest over things in the public. First Amendment right to protest. Republicans have restricted the right of Americans in Florida to protest. They've done that. With the anti-woke law, in terms of CRT, which is not taught in schools anyway, they want to say we can't teach anything in school system that will make students feel uncomfortable. Now, what does that mean? That's just too nebulous. You can't even define that. It's a way of keeping Black history out of the classroom, okay? Ask your teacher. Look what happened at O.J. Sims schools this past week. Look it up, please, okay? So those things are realities. We don't pay attention now. We're going to pay for it later. We don't pay attention now to what's happening around us. We're going to pay for it later. And again, I say we're here on August 13th. We have the August 20th again next Saturday. Come out and be with us. Help us celebrate, get excited about, become engaged in voting to make sure that our ideas be reflected in the vote count in November and August and November, so that our way of life can be maintained and improved. If not, we're going to wake up in 5 years and say, well, what happened? Why didn't I pay attention? So you pay attention by voting. You pay attention by voting. You pay attention by voting, okay? So it's vote early and vote to your friends, neighbors, classmates, church members, co-workers, and please get out to vote. Troy, thank you for the time to speak to your audience, man. I appreciate it.
You're most certainly
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're most certainly welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fred Gant, Attorney Fred Gant, just explained to you how important it is to vote. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, because now is for you to voice your, to do some action with that opinion that you have. Don't wait till after the voting and then voice your opinion. It's not going to matter to the next voting season. But get in line now. Come on over to 1603 North Davis Highway. And ladies and gentlemen, for Movement for Change, yes, Movement for Change. They're going to be here next weekend. And I believe they're going to be here another weekend after that until they can give you as much as information as they possibly can about voting. Now, the procedures of voting has changed. So this is reason why we're having these rallies, because this is the opportunity for you to come and ask any question and you'll get the right answer, okay? So we're still live right now. We are closing it down, but we have just a few more minutes. We have probably about 15 more minutes, and we have some other people that might want to say something on the way out. You want to say something else, brother, on the way out? Okay. Okay, no, you can get right here. You stay with it. That'll give me time to run the camera and close everything down.
Okay, folks. Yeah, it's been a great day. We had a little bit of rain, but that just cooled things off, and we're just really having a good time and sharing some good information. And we do want to make sure that everybody does understand what may have changed in terms of the voting procedures or the precincts. But early voting starts today. That's why we're kicking it off with this. And we do hope that everyone will vote. It is so important. We just saw some important legislation passed in the Senate and the House showing what pro-democracy, pro-rights candidates can do when we get behind them. And we need to just increase those numbers. So please turn out. Your local elections are very important as well. We have information on candidates at the local level, at the state level, at the congressional level, and on up. So do come out, because as Mr. McIntosh said earlier, if you're concerned about Social Security, if you're concerned about your right to vote, if you're concerned about what kind of help you can or cannot get for your own children, these are all the kind of things that are under attack. And without you, we lose. So we do need everyone to vote. That is an important part of your voice. I know a lot of people are upset, angry, frustrated right now, and rightfully so. But the final piece to that is action. And that action is at the ballot box. So please join this coalition and all these folks out here and come together. Let's vote together. Come down. We'll be here next Saturday. More free food, more good information, more good folks like Fred Gant and Jerry McIntosh and Rodney Jones, and the list is too long to mention everybody by name. But we are dedicated to helping you understand the process as well as get some good information on the candidates. So please, if you have some questions about voting, go to Vote 411. You know, most people are familiar with 911 and 211, but this is 411. And that is from the League of Women Voters, a nonpartisan group that will have information available to you. So that's Vote 441. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Fred Gant, the brain behind this day, and let him close us out.
You're much too kind, Jeff, much too kind. Well, basically, audience, Northwest Florida, Pensacola, Schenectady County, you know, we talk about, there's a Black community about not having the power, not being able to control things, words, they didn't let me, I can't those type words we use much too often in the past and still too often in the future. When those days are over, you want power, you want impact. Well, voting is power. Voting is power. Voting is power. Okay, you want to be powerful, decide your own outcome, decide what happens in your community, then to vote. It's just that simple. Vote. Exert your power. Present your power. Show your power by voting. Okay. You know, said prayer changes things in the Bible. Voting does also, Jeff.
You're exactly right, Fred.
But voting changes things too. Okay. Prayer changes things. And our Holy Father gives the power within us. When it's in the government system, it's Caesar system, as the Bible sort of relates to, analogizes. And that in this system of government, voting is that power. Okay, so how long we think it took so long to black folks to get a chance to vote in America? 1963 Voting Rights Act, I think it was, 65. They had the new amendment to give us the right to vote, which should have been done in 1865. Took 100 more years to have to reaffirm, actually give us the right to vote. Took 100 years to get the doggone thing really active. Because people stopped us from voting. They not want us to vote. Why? Because they know voting is power. Okay, so use that power now. You know, don't be fooled. Don't be aloof. Pay attention. Okay, take your kids, grandkids, great grandchildren, the neighbors, class members, church members. That voting is power. Remind them. Well, you heard it over and over again. It's talked about last Sunday. Talked about Sunday before last. Talked about it last year. Well, look at the corporations. How they advertise. Coca-Cola, Ford. They do it every day, every week for years. They haven't stopped yet. Does Ford stop advertising? No. AT&T stop advertising? No. They do it all the time, every year after year. So let's discuss voting every day, every week, every month. Talk about voting. Voting is power. Make that part of your conversation, okay? Make it part of your daily conversation. You know, but things aren't going well, like what so-and-so state rep did or the governor did that is not right. When time comes to vote in next election, that's your time to make a statement to the governor, state rep, city council person, county commissioner. City council did what? Well, next election period is your time to tell that city council person you didn't like that. You prefer something else, another outcome. It's your time to exert your power on that issue. Exert about voting. Okay, so it's just that simple. Just that simple, Jeff.
It is that simple.
Voting is power. Okay, so the old saying goes, if you don't vote, don't complain.
Exactly.
That's where it goes now. So we got to vote and show people they have power. And we know the world is perfect. You know, we know that people are people, despite their color, gender, ethnicity, or whatever. We know people are people. And those who support our causes, Jeff, those who support our freedoms, our rights, we got to support those people, okay? They are one party, so be it. The Democrats vote Democratic, okay? Republicans vote Republicans, but we know in this state, Republicans are trying to suppress our voting rights, our gender equalities, gender preferences, abortion, and that's what they chose to do. And that's their right to do that. This is America. But we oppose those views. We don't agree with what they're doing in terms of gender equality, in terms of voting rights. We don't agree with what they're doing in terms of criminal justice system and the mass incarceration. We're against that. Then we vote our interests also, okay? As we vote against those things that they vote for. It's about what's in your best interest, your family's community, your children, grandchildren. What we're talking about. You one party supposed to do things over another party, but for the party that supports, fighting against system racism, vote for the party that supports against the anti-gay bill, vote against the party that supports the anti-woke bill, vote against those parties that support anti-gay, anti-woke, whatever woke is. Anyway, it's for vote against those parties, those people. You know, people can't believe in system racism. People can't believe in system racism. I always say it, audience. They can't believe Troy, Jeff, and systemic racism. They don't think that's true. They can't see systemic racism in America. They say it doesn't exist, Jeff. Then I really can't vote for them because it is there. It always has been there, and it remains there. That means that we can't survive. We can't excel as a race. We can't excel. We also can survive. At the same time, those oppressors designed to keep us down.
That's exactly what the
And
founders
we want to relieve those pressure on us and vote those who support that out of office, okay? Like abortion or LGBTQ rights. You know, that's their rights by the Constitution, by the Supreme Court. Those who take those away, then we need to vote them out of office. Those who are against abortion, vote them out of office. Those against criminal justice system in terms of mass incarceration that result in black people going to jail for up to 10 times the population. The outcome they receive because of policies that they put in effect because they were elected to office. We need to change the policy by voting them out of office, okay? It's just that you can control your future audience. You do by voting. Jeff?
That's exactly right. And we can vote against them. One of the things also we need to look at is people's voting records. One, how they voted, and two, did they even bother to show up for work? You know, we do need to increase the number of pro-democracy, pro-rights, pro-choice folks in the U.S. Senate. Right now, those currently happen to be Democrats that we would need to support. But we have an opportunity here in Florida to add one more senator from Florida who will support our values. And, you know, the incumbent doesn't show up for work. He voted against gun reform. He voted against the bill that just was passed to provide everybody with insurance assistance and reduction of medical pricing. He also voted against the pro-choice thing. So we need to look at their records. So we do have a unique opportunity. So please look into our Democratic candidates for U.S. Senate. I don't know what we're supposed to say on the air, but if you're watching TV, check out my shirt. No, this has been a great day, and we just appreciate everybody who's come out. And we've had some good conversations because we do learn from each other. And if this coalition shows us anything also about coming together and helping each other, is that we've got to have each other's back. They're coming after all of us. Unless you have a very slim profile that looks like a lot of older white straight guys, then you need to be concerned and you need to show up and vote. So we're apparently live somewhere else, Fred. All right. All right. Well, y'all folks, come on out next Saturday. We'll be here 11 to 3. Free food, great information, good new friends. Catch up with some friends you hadn't seen in a while. But this week, go out and vote, please. There's early voting sites that are very convenient. And Saturday is the last day, so you can go vote and then celebrate with a hamburger and hot dog with us, or you can vote earlier. But come on out. We need you.
Exactly. And the audience today is tomorrow is Sunday, August 14th. The polls are open tomorrow, Jeff. Open tomorrow for early voting. The polls are open after church tomorrow, whether it's 8 o'clock service or 10 service. After you're going to church, go and vote, okay? Go and vote. If not, you know, it ends now until next Saturday. Get out of work this week, go and vote. Be off on next Wednesday, go and vote. Okay, early voting, you can go out there and vote. And we hearken really, especially all Americans, but the Black community, the brown community, and those who in the future, in the past, didn't want to vote or thought their vote wouldn't count, thought their vote wouldn't matter. Your vote does matter because voting is power, okay? So we urge you, we implore you, we almost beg you to go and vote because it's just that important, okay? It's just that important to vote this week, early voting, and also on August 23rd also. And like Jeff said, the fact that we all come together as a coalition and we're trying to bring people together. This is a nonpartisan event. It's nonpartisan and nonpartisan. So we got Democrats, Independents, Republicans to come by today to tell their story, but we want people to vote. Here's Van Durant, president of the NSC for Pensacola, Florida. You're live on air, Van.
Oh, I'm live, huh? Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and we're here, and I guess we're wrapping up, but we certainly do want everyone to come next Saturday. We're going to be doing this until the early voting ends, and so your vote matters, and we want to see you here next week. We're going to have food. We're going to have everything you need to know about the various candidates. So we'd like to see you face in the place on next Saturday. That's August the 20th. Which ends early voting. And just remember that if you don't get out and vote, then there's nothing to talk about. So we want to make sure that everyone gets their vote. That wants everyone to their vote to count. And so we want you to make sure that you vote early, vote, so you don't have to worry about on the 23rd, something might come up. So go ahead and get your vote cast as soon as possible. And then you can sit back on Tuesday the 23rd and not have to worry about trying to leave work or whatever the case may be. Or maybe you might be in the hospital, you just never know. So please get out and vote. Vote the person of your choice. And so you have that. And we're also going to be registering folks to vote. So come if you're not registered. If you're unsure if you're registered, we're going to have apps and tools here that you'll be able to check the status, where your precinct is. So please, ma'am, please, sir, come out and check us out on next Saturday. We're also taking folks to the polls. So come and get a ride to the poll. We'll have the Black Voters Matters bus. And so you get an opportunity to ride on that bus and go cast your vote. So we look forward to seeing you on next week. And remember that your vote counts, and we want everybody's vote to count. And so we thank you. And we just, please come out and we'll see you on next Saturday. And so I'm going to hand it off to Jeff.
Okay, I've been told to wrap it up, so that's what we're going to do. So we're here at Movement for Change at 1603 North Davis Highway. We'll be back out here next Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. with more free food and more good information. And please try to vote this week at the latest on Saturday. As Vin said, we never know what's going to come up if we wait till the last day. Car won't start. We got a bad flood. There's things that can happen unexpectedly. So don't let your vote be dependent on unexpected things that may pop up. Your vote is too important. Get counted. Go vote. Thank you very much, and we will see you next Saturday.
Yes, we had great fellowship. That's the part that we left out. I met so many people, and we talked about all kinds of things. So come and have a good conversation, if nothing else.
That's very true. Everybody's been cooped up for a long time, so it's great to meet new friends, reconnect with old, and fellowship was an important part of the day, and we'll be next week as well.
All right. Thank y'all so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God bless you. Thank you. I can't wait to be out here next weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about voting, voting, voting. This is the voting rally. Full of information, good conversation, good food, and you'll get some good voting materials, might even get some t-shirts that they have. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of event for you to get educated about voting, because guess what? The last time you voted, things has completely changed. And ladies and gentlemen, you need to come on out and get educated, because with education, with knowledge is power. And with knowledge, you will win. So God bless you. We thank you from WBQP TV 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, 12.7, 12.8, and 12.9, and 12.10. And don't forget about our newest edition. Yes, our newest edition that gives us coverage all the way from the Mississippi line all the way to Destin. And Fort North is all the way to Grove Hill, Evergreen, Monroeville, and all the places in between. Bay Minette, Atmore, Foley, Mobile, and also Burnt Corn, Alabama. That's Blues Hound territory. All the way far north is Burnt Corn, Alabama. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Mr. Robert Hill. Yes, we want to thank my boss. I got 3 bosses. I got Mr. Vernon Watson, boss number 1. The second boss is Miss Mary Watson. She's the co-owner. And the third boss is Mr. Robert Hill. And I thank God for each and every one of them. They have given me an opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm so grateful, so thankful, and so humble to all three of them. So God bless you from WBQP, Channel 12 and Channel 53.4. We're signing off with this live event. But don't forget to go to your smart TV and download WBQP Space TV and pick the burgundy logo that's trimmed in the white box, that's outlined in the white box, the WBQP on your Fire Stick, on your Roku stick, on your Roku TV. Download WBQP TV logo, the one that's outlined with the white box all the way around it. Download that one. It's a free app. You can watch us all over the world for free. And guess what? It's no subscription. So you can keep your money, but you can watch us for free, get the information, and enjoy the family programming that we have for you. We thank you so much. God bless you. We're looking forward to seeing you again from WBQP TV. We're signing off. Goodbye.
A great opportunity for you to come and get some information, understand who it is you're voting for, because right now, I will tell you, our voting rights, our democracy is under assault. And the best way you can exercise your voice is through your vote. So just make sure, if you have questions, we'd like to invite you to come on out. We're here at Movement for Change, 1603 North Davis Highway at the intersection of Davis and Moreno. We're here. And we want to say thank you to our sponsors. We have part of the Northwest Florida Panhandle Coalition for Civic Engagement. We'd like to thank Movement for Change, NAACP, the Democratic Women's Club, the Escambia Democratic Party, the Escambia Democratic Black Caucus, and courtesy of Grocery Advantage, we have a lot of hot dogs and hot dog buns and all these wonderful refreshments and condiments to come out. We also want to thank the Emerald Coast Equality LGBTQA Caucus and all of our partners that have made this event. Okaloosa Democratic Black Caucus, we thank everybody for coming out and thank you for their sponsorships. And we want to make sure that you engage in your civic duty and your civic responsibilities, learn the candidates, and exercise your vote. Today is the beginning of early voting. It goes from the 13th today until next Saturday, the 20th, culminating in the 23rd for the primary election. So come out to vote.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, come out to vote. We got free hot dogs. We got bonds. And we got, it's courtesy of Grocery Advantage. Don't forget to patronize them. Ladies and gentlemen, today, get out and let's get some information about voting. I'm telling you, things have changed. And please